What's going on, everybody? This is dkdynamite, and today we're going to be talking about Infinity Ward breaking silence on a topic that they've been quiet about for the last couple of years. Definitely stay tuned. But before we jump into that, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below because we are very close to 100,000 subscribers here on the main channel. Really appreciate it. Also, drop a like and turn notifications on to stay up to date with everything going on in Modern Warfare 2, Warzone 2, Warzone Mobile, and any other future Call of Duty as well. I also just hit max rank over in the beta, so enjoy some classic Scar H gameplay here over in multiplayer. This is, of course, the blueprint you get for hitting rank 30 in the beta itself. It is a part of the second weekend of rewards for playing the beta anytime, whether it's from the closed period or the open period, which just began as of today. I'm recording this video on a Saturday, so it is confirmed that the beta is now open to all platforms out there, regardless of a code and regardless of platform. They've also added in Ground War and Hardpoint. So as of this point, we now have every game mode added to the beta, which we were able to play early over at the COD Next event. Now, something that Infinity Ward tweeted last night, which may have slipped under the radar for some of you out there that don't have Twitter, is that as they head into beta weekend 2 day 3, here are a couple of updates. So tomorrow, and again they tweeted this last night on Friday, we'll begin taking the live action against cheaters and hackers in beta matches, and that's a big thing because I know as of 2 days ago, people started posting footage of red boxes and wall hacks being used in the Modern Warfare 2 beta. Now, I think what is pretty common though for Call of Duty betas at least is that whenever there's a new anti-cheat created for a new Call of Duty, that new anti-cheat usually isn't added to the beta just to ensure that hackers don't get an extended period of time learning how to break through it, and then by the launch window of the game, they have a method to get right through that anti-cheat. So I do believe MW2 has a form of Ricochet, maybe the old Ricochet, but not the new Ricochet that'll be available day 1 for Modern Warfare 2, and then day 1 for Warzone 2 in mid-November. So it is funny seeing people that sad that need to go ahead and use hacks and shoot bodies and reverse boost and just act weird in a beta when stats do not transfer over into the full launch of the game. I don't understand that, but you know what? That's the gaming industry. Those are the kind of people that you see. Now, the big thing is where they said they've heard our feedback about disbanding lobbies. They're working on a few tweaks to increase the chance of lobbies staying together and improving the UI when it happens. So this is massive. This is a topic that has never been addressed before by any Call of Duty developer, but ever since MW19, it's been a reoccurring theme for lobbies to just disband after you're done. And like I've been saying on the podcast and in previous videos, the way we made friends back in the day was when lobbies didn't disband. I'm not saying there's no other way to make friends, but hey, maybe you played another team that was better than you and you guys added them as friends before you got off, or maybe you played a team that you guys beat, but you just liked the energy of the other team. You guys talked a little bit in the lobby before the second or third match started with that same squad. I mean, history was made whenever lobbies didn't disband. People out there form friendships that they still have today, and the fact that that isn't a feature anymore is sad, but my only theory as to why lobbies disband is because of SBMM. I figured that with stricter SBMM, which was introduced back during MW19, maybe disbanding lobbies ensures that a system like that could be put in place and could work properly, but when lobbies don't disband after your match ends, somehow that disrupts the flow of the new strict skill-based matchmaking. That's my tinfoil hat theory. I don't have any evidence to back that up whatsoever. I'm not a dev, not an engineer. I don't work in the gaming industry to tell you that. I know there was a statement by Michael Condrey even a couple of years ago, which is circulating the internet once again, about developers not having any type of control over SBMM whatsoever. The matchmaking is all up to Activision themselves, not the developers that make the game. So also don't direct any negativity or toxicity towards the innocent devs that just make the game and have no control over the matchmaking. I'm not saying direct any of that towards Activision either. Just be respectful and provide constructive criticism under Call of Duty tweets, Call of Duty YouTube comments. Provide the criticism, provide the feedback, but just in a positive way, because look what happens when you do that. Infinity Ward actually put out a statement about disbanding lobbies. Now, the fact that they said that they'll change it a little bit to increase the chance of lobbies staying together, that's when I'm wondering, right, is that kind of telling us that they're kind of toning down the skill-based matchmaking, or was lobby disbanding never a part of SBMM at all, and that is just a feature that for some reason they just implemented to support casuals? Maybe that's something where they said, hey, if you guys get stomped in a lobby, we want to make sure that you guys don't get stomped by that same lobby again a game or two later. I don't know if that was the point, even though that does sound like SBMM to me. Maybe it's not directly integrated into the algorithm that SBMM actually is for Call of Duty. Now, the fact that they made this change also probably has you wondering if they're going to make any tweaks to the minimap or Dead Silence, and personally, I don't think changes are coming to either of those things. And I know you guys are going to call me a shill for saying this. The minimap just doesn't bother me, and I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm just that much of an aggressive player to where I don't care, but I understand there is a a pretty loud group of people that do care about that. So what I'll say is this: if Activision has data in front of them to support that a majority of the player base wants the classic minimap back, they'll probably make a change, because that'll hurt their bottom line and it'll hurt the overall longevity of the game itself. But if they have data in front of them that says that it's a very small minority on Twitter and Reddit or YouTube comments that are complaining about the minimap and a majority of the casuals don't care, change won't happen. But I think if anything were to change, it would probably be the minimap. I highly, highly doubt they'll rework that silence into a perk. I do see it staying as a field upgrade, but maybe them figuring out a way to buff the field upgrade itself, considering you can still hear people walk around with that silence. You can hear them tack sprinting, you can hear them activate the field upgrade itself. They gotta tweak that a little bit, but considering they're adjusting the lobby disbanding, maybe there's hope for other things that you guys also care about getting fixed. But the last thing I'll say is that Modern Warfare 2, of course, represents the beginning of COD 2.0, a brand new era for the franchise. So I'm gonna safely assume right now, again, this is just speculation, any crazy change to Call of Duty that's present in Modern Warfare 2 will very likely also be present in the next Black Ops game or future CODs from different studios, just to ensure that there's like this seamless connectivity between all the CODs. I'm not saying to have them all feel like the same game, because we don't want that either, but I do think that they've really kind of analyzed and done research on what needs to be present in COD to ensure the biggest casual player base possible. Therefore, a lot of these things that are in NW2 will probably also be in other future Call of Duty games as well. But it'll also be interesting to see maybe Treyarch or Sledgehammer not even incorporate things like lobby disbanding, or maybe they do add their classic mini-maps into those games. It'll be crazy to see that difference in how that almost divides the player base a little bit more as well, where some studios do one thing, other studios do another. Will that be allowed? I know at the end of the day, what I want to see is just an end to the division within the COD community about, oh, this studio makes better games, or oh, this studio sucks. I don't want to see that anymore, and I think COD 2.0 marks a perfect opportunity to really put an end to that. So I do hope Modern Warfare 2 pleases the maximum amount of people possible, so that it just kind of sets the tone for all future CODs going forward. Oh, but I also wanted to mention that if you guys are playing Modern Warfare 2 over on PC, you might run into an issue where your game gets stuck on checking for updates and just never goes anywhere. You can leave that screen on for hours and it'll never load. However, there is a fix that was found over on Twitter, which I'll put on screen so you can see. It actually solved my problem, thankfully, and I was able to jump right back into the beta. And there was also an issue I was having on Steam where my DualSense controller was recognized through Steam but was not recognized with the settings inside of Modern Warfare 2. Therefore, I couldn't select the controller as my input. I was stuck with keyboard and mouse, or had to plug in an Xbox controller, which I did over on stream the other day, but that has also now been fixed, and the PC beta is working very smoothly. But with that being said, Paradox, who actually built my PC, also put out the best settings to use here for Modern Warfare 2 on PC, which is fantastic of him to do. So definitely be sure to give his settings a shot and let me know what you think of them down below in the comments. But that is about it. This has been dkdynamite. Leave our thoughts down below in the comment section. What are your thoughts on Infinity Ward's response to lobby disbanding here in Modern Warfare 2, and also how you're feeling about the beta now being open to everybody out there without a code? Hopefully you guys check it out and give the game a shot. Really hope you've enjoyed, and peace out, everybody.